Greetings, dear friends. Happy Monday to you. Here we are with our last Mindset Mastery session for 2024. I trust you had a lovely weekend, and I trust that you are enjoying a different rhythm, a different pace, while we experience the releasing of the passing year and stepping into a new year. So, if you watched these before, you know that I use 4 different decks of cards to kind of feel into the energies. But before we do that, this is a very auspicious week ahead. Of course, auspicious because it is the last Monday of 2024, but also because the lunar effect that we are influenced by right now is the new moon in the sign of Capricorn. It's also known as a black moon. A black moon is the second new moon in a calendar month. Similar to what we know as a blue moon, that's a full moon, the second of a full moon in a calendar month. It's called a black moon when it is new moon. So they're very rare. So isn't that auspicious? The wrapping up of a very powerful, empowering, shifting, changing, different year. How was 2024 for you? How have you changed? Who have you become in this passing year? Because with this new moon or black moon in the sign of Capricorn, Capricorn is practical. It's the architect of the astrology realms. And so it's about time for us to really pause. There's not a lot of action required at new moons. Very important piece here. Because it's the second new moon, which helps us wrap up 2024, I actually also encourage you to think of what intentions or what aspirations did you contemplate at the first new moon of December. And that was in the sign of Sagittarius. So Sagittarius new moon is kind of asking you to look at the horizon. Where are you headed? What would you like to send your bow off? There's the bow and arrow. It's the archer, right? And so now with the Capricorn black moon, can you just be? This is an important piece here. Can you just be with who you've become, with the foundation, with that which you've put in place as we step into 2025? 2025 is a 9 year from a numerology perspective. So there will be likely to be pieces that you realize they're not serving who you've become. Sorry, something's popped up on my computer there. So there could be systems, beliefs, mindsets, even intentions that are no longer serving who you are becoming. So that's the big lunar effect. Now, as we're really sort of feeling into this whole energy, when we start to really get into this idea of mindset mastery, we are all works in progress. I'm a work in progress. You are a work in progress. And as we do our work, as we contemplate these ideas and these intentions and planting the seeds and moving through challenges and shifts and changes and opportunities and plans, and sometimes we can have a plan, and as we take steps forward into it, we kind of go, oh, that's not actually quite what I wanted or what I resonate with anymore. So that's why we always start these sessions with pulling one of my letting go guidance cards, because I believe that as we evolve and shift and become and walk our path, there will always be things that come up that's now it's like, okay, that served a purpose for a while, but I can now let it go. So just take a deep breath. As always, if anything I say on these sessions trigger you or confuse you, or you need a bit more support or guidance, just put it in the comments below or message me directly, because the intention is to really help you tap into and feel into the wisdom that you actually have within you. It's there. Sometimes we need a wee bit of support to trust it or to access it or to ask for it. Okay, so like I said, just taking a nice deep breath, let's look at what can we look at letting go of as we head into this auspicious new year ahead. And it's hiding your light. This has come up for us before of late. So where does that happen for you? We are all beings of light. We all have an inner light. Are you showing up authentically and sharing your light and being the light and actually acknowledging that you have it, that it's there for you? There's no right or wrong answers here. It's simply being willing to show up for yourself and to contemplate these things. Because the other piece in all of this too is that sometimes we need to experience that which is not what we really want or what we're really capable of in order to get clearer and more aligned with and more trusting of what it is we're heading toward. So where does hiding your light show up for you, and what can you do to maybe just acknowledge it or say that was a past paradigm, or I don't need to play that game anymore? Take a deep breath and move forward. Move forward with these intentions or the seeds that you are planting during this time as we lovingly release the passing year and nurture ourselves. This is another part that's really important during a new moon, of course, with the black moon, is to nurture yourself. Are you finding your own rhythm and balance between the being and doing? This is a very important time to really rest, to fill your cup, to be and know. So sometimes even as we're just being, we can have ideas of, oh, I should do this, or maybe I could do that, or maybe I want to do that. Take a deep breath and maybe just write those ideas down, knowing that you can co-create that. You allow the universe to do its part too. So, by the way, I was shuffling my tarot cards there. The card that's come up for us for the tarot cards with this is the King of Cups. And I really like that came up just as I was saying about the getting in touch with your best balance, your requirement for being and doing. Because kings are always about taking action, being the leader. We are all leaders in our own right, in our own experience of life, in our own zone, if you like. So, but the King of Cups, he doesn't take action until he's filled his cup, until he feels into his emotion. How does this make me feel about me? Is a beautiful question to be using as you navigate choices and intentions and goals and ideas. Because that Capricorn energy is going to inspire you to say, oh, I'm going to create a plan of action, or sometimes I'm going to get up and start doing things. Whereas it's important to just realize that, but leaders also recognize when it's time to just sit and make notes of the things that you're going to get into doing, but when it's time, when it's the right time. I trust that makes sense. So, letting go of hiding your light, allowing yourself to surrender to the flow of really patting yourself on the back. It's time to pat yourself on the back for all that you have accomplished, that you have experienced, that you put into motion in this passing year. And what are you taking forward with you? And what are you saying, the season's over, I'm letting that go? So now that I've said that, I'm just shuffling these Intuitive Whispers Oracle cards. To get us, I'd like to get 3 cards from this deck, just to help all of us, me included. How can we get more in touch with that inner guidance, with that intuitive whisper? Because as we plant seeds for germinating, for blossoming into our year ahead, it's important to really listen. And I say listen with quotation marks because sometimes it's just an inner knowing. Sometimes you do hear things or have a thought, or sometimes words, this happens to me, words just come out of your mouth and you kind of go, oh, that's part of your intuition leading the way. So it's really important to allow yourself a way of accessing that. And that can be things like pulling cards or journaling or listening to uplifting podcasts or having quotations around you that kind of help you open up to different messages and ideas. So listen, this is awesome. The first card that came up is what is meant for you will find you. And we can actually help that by knowing when it is for us to do something and when it is for us to just say, I trust. I can put the intention out there and I trust. So it's having that awareness and that sometimes it's a surrender that, this is, it's don't get too caught in the logical mind of like, oh my God, I have to figure it out and I have to be in action and no, maybe it is about trust. What you're looking for is looking for you, and what's meant for you will find you. It's actually interesting because that's the second type of card that I have pulled for myself. So maybe you needed to know that too. Oh, and look at this, it's beautiful. The magic of nothingness. That feels so perfectly aligned with that black moon energy. The black moon energy, the magic of nothingness, the surrender of I don't have to run or force or push or take lots of action at this time. There's a lot of potency in here. There's a lot of magic in this whole nurturing process that we're going through right now, stepping into a new year, but coming into that space of magic of nothingness first, and then the rest will follow suit. And the last one is the precious present moment. May you step into and thoroughly enjoy this precious present moment, because really that is all we have. We can sit and contemplate and plant seeds, but it's so important to do it with a sense of joy and ease and peace now, in this moment, and the rest will follow suit. I trust that makes sense. Like I said, if you need any support or clarity or guidance on any of these ideas, just let me know. But now I'm going to wrap up the session and send you off into setting your own intentions, contemplating your own passing year and what's up ahead. And I'm just going to pull one of my Liberate Your Inner Truth, because that is the thread that goes through all of these sessions. In fact, it's the thread that goes through everything that I offer, whether it's here on these videos, or it's on Insight Timer, or in my group sessions, or one-on-one sessions. My whole intent is to help you access and really depend upon and liberate your inner truth. So let's see what comes up. The card that's come up is I am aware. You are aware. Let me read this out to you. I have the ability to focus upon myself and how my actions, thoughts, and emotions do or do not align with my internal standards. I realize that I always have a choice on where I place my attentions. You always have a choice on where you put your attention. And does it serve you? Does it light you up? That's actually, when I pulled the King of Cups card there, I said that question. It's one of my favorite questions. I really encourage you to use this. The question is, how do I feel about myself here? So how do I feel about myself when I'm doing this activity, or when I'm not doing this, or when I'm in this environment, or with these people, or saying no to that or yes to this? How do I feel about myself here? That helps you become more aware and take action or not based on how do you feel. Those are your powerful guidance systems, and it's such an important piece to lean into that. So I wish you a beautiful week ahead. I wish you a beautiful celebration of the ending year and stepping into a new year. I will be back again with you next week. Much love to you.